My name is Marius. I've had over about 11 years of career experience. I started my career as a graduate, fresh off from university. I joined a company I've worked for plus 11 years as part of their global graduate program. And I've navigated myself across 5 different roles. I have lived through uncertainty, ambition, burnout, recalibration. I've had several interviews to be able to do 5 different roles. And I have transitioned, trying to figure out things from my early days and even when I start new roles to even trying to recognize pattern. And here I am today, putting all these experiences and the experiences of my network, of my friends, of people I will get to know as part of doing this, putting it together and sharing with you. Everything started with repeated patterns, which I've observed through my career. But I'm at a reflection point where, as part of me mentoring the next generation and just sharing insights from my career, I thought of a platform which we can give back to the society. And not just the society, we wanted to focus this for young graduates, people that are joining the career world for their first time. They are thinking of how to navigate their career path. They are thinking of what next to do, how to behave, what to do, what not to do. I also thought about young students in the university, thinking of what to study, what to read. Most of these students have a role in mind. They have an idea of what they want to become in the next 10 years. Some will tell you they want to become a director. Some will tell you they want to become a site manager. Some will tell you they want to become a politician. But none of them know the path that leads towards that destination. I thought of a platform that can provide insights to people that are still navigating their future, that are still navigating decisions that would define their future and the rest of their lives. I also thought about people that are in their mid career term, people that have done about 8 years to about 15 plus years in businesses. Those are not CEOs, those are not directors. These are professionals who have navigated different scenarios in the workplace, that have done different roles, from floor manager to leadership positions, from graduates to senior positions, and who have built a lot of experience in their lives, and they have not had a platform or a voice to share them. I wanted to speak to those people. I will not be speaking to the CEOs. I will not be speaking to owners of business, and I will not be speaking to founders. I am focusing on people that are still growing through their journey, but that have navigated a whole lot worth sharing. I'm going to speak to them, and I'm going to ensure their lessons, their failures are shared as part of this platform. This is a platform and not a motivational show. This is a platform where real people will share real experiences. We're going to ask people to tell us about how they navigated their career journey. They are going to share with us their journey, areas in their life where they had to make decisions. We're going to reflect on their turning points. We're going to reflect on their lessons, and we're going to even discuss technical elements about their respective job. We're going to do this in the form of a long-form interview. I'll be having conversations on this seat with my guests. And sometimes when I'm not able to get my guests on physical locations, I'm going to do virtual interviews. But one thing remains. We're going to unpack decisions. We're going to unpack trade-offs. We're going to unpack mistakes. Lessons that were never written on job descriptions will ensure this platform gives you such insights. This platform is the bridge between those who have lived it, those who have navigated it, and those who are thinking about it, and those who still plan to live it. Career clarity through lived experiences is what Career Realities with Marius is all about. Just like I mentioned earlier, my personal journey was the biggest lesson of why I thought we need to build something that guide young professionals. When I started, there was no resource. Most companies had mentoring programs, especially the multinational companies and the big corporates. But not everyone find themselves in such companies. But yet, they are given offer letters straight from school, and they have to navigate themselves through workplace politics, through the career path from different departments and functions. And sometimes the functions that they start with is not what they really studied in school. This platform we're going to share people's stories, where you're going to draw lessons and insights from, where you're going to learn. The other reason we thought of this platform is we have mid-level professionals, people that have they've seen it and done it all. They have spent about 8 to plus 15 years of their careers, navigating from one role to another, navigating from one defining point to another. These persons have not had the opportunity to share their experience. Sometimes when companies have been invited to talk shows or to conferences, their bosses are the ones that have been invited. This platform is to give those set of professionals a voice. We want them to speak. We want them to share their knowledge. We want them to be able to talk to young professionals. I personally believe that young professionals will find this relatable when they see people that are still growing and navigating their journey. These are the people that they can look up to and they can hear from. This platform also gives them not just a voice, but also gives them exposure. Today, in the career world, we do have platforms like LinkedIn, like Glassdoors, that provide opportunities for people to have their profiles and have other people in their network, read through what they have achieved throughout their career. This platform is supposed to visualize what the other platforms are doing. We will not be writing bios of people, but we'll bring in real stories, real experiences straight to your TV screen. This is a very different platforms. I'm sure you must have seen similar platforms where people speak to founders. People speak to those that have built. People speak to CEOs. In fact, there's a platform known as Diary of a CEO. People speak to those that have discovered or those that have left huge footprints behind. But no one speaks to professionals. Careers still matter. We have a whole lot of professionals making huge success, defining success for themselves and for their families, and hence the wider society. This platform is different. We'll be speaking to people that are still going through their career journey. This is a career first, media first platform. It is not a mentoring or motivational platform. This is a platform where you will learn real experiences, real life stories, and real failures of professionals. We're going to have long form interviews. It's going to be 45 minutes, sometimes 60 when it's longer, or even sometimes 30. But we will ensure we have these conversations every time, as frequent as possible on your TV screens. We're going to focus on real decisions, trade-offs, and consequences. And our audience are quite vast. We're focusing on those that are still going through their journey, those that are still coming up and open to learn, and even businesses that are considering career paths or functions for themselves. We've been inspired by other platforms that have been existing through time, but that have been focused on speaking to inventors, that have been focused on entrepreneurs. But this platform is the first platform that will give career professionals a voice, and that is why we're really excited. This is not how to succeed fast. It is how careers actually work. There wouldn't have been a better time to launch this platform. I have been thinking about this idea for the past couple of years, and every day I kept thinking about it. I had to take a decision and make a start. But it is quite an interesting time that we're bringing this to you. There's a huge career volatility in today's world. We have artificial intelligence that is on the lips of everyone, and it's changing how careers are shaped, how the job market is. We also have hybrid work. Since the post-pandemic period, our work life has never been the same. And in today's world and careers journey, we have a lot of shorter tenures. It will be rare for you to see someone do a role for what has traditionally been 3+ years. People have shorter tenures. And sometimes there are ambiguities in roles. There would have never been a better time to bring this platform up. We also thought of this based on my personal experience, as I mentioned. I've navigated a whole lot of experiences in my career. From leaving my home country, Cameroon, to now Kenya, where I'm based. From working across several countries, from Uganda, Tanzania, Kenya, to Nigeria, Ghana, and Cameroon, to other French sub-Saharan African countries, to working with stakeholders in Europe, from the United Kingdom to Amsterdam and different parts of Europe, as well as North America regions. I've also had experiences working with people in the Asia Pacific regions, and as well as the Latin America region. I've had a broad net of experiences, and I have seen a lot of people navigating their career journeys in different ways. I want to shine a light to these different journeys. I want people to share their stories, so there wouldn't have been a better time. And as well, we have YouTube. We are in a streaming area where young people, rather than watching traditional media outlets, are now watching YouTube, are now watching TikTok and other social media platforms. We want to bring these stories closer to your screens. We will have these conversations on YouTube. We're going to ensure shots of this conversation, short clips, are available on LinkedIn, are available on Instagram, are available on Facebook. We want to ensure every young man thinking of a career path has a chance to learn and not make an error in their future. This platform is open to a wide range of audience. We're speaking to students, we're speaking to graduates, students that are still leaving college, leaving high school, going to universities. We're also speaking to graduates that are leaving universities and thinking of their first role in the job market. We're also thinking of new joiners. These people that are started new career path, joined companies for the first time, and they are overwhelmed by unspoken rules, unspoken politics in the workplace. We're also speaking to mid-career professionals that are reassessing their direction, that are overwhelmed by experience in a single department. People that want to, share their voice. We're also speaking to them. And this is also to senior professionals who want to give back meaningfully. Those are our guests. We'll be speaking to a wide network across industries of senior professionals that have done it and seen it all. We're going to talk to them, we're going to listen to their story, and we're going to bring those stories to you. This is not an age-specific platform, and this is open to a wide range of audience. Family-oriented, family-friendly platform, but we're going to change your mind. We're going to change the way you think about your career, about your future. I'm your host. I will be hosting these conversations. If nature allows, I would love to be your host for over a long time. But as the platform grows, we're also going to expand this across regions, and we're also going to have people that are going to host these conversations in the different continents of the world. I have a background of journalism. While I was in university, I used to do a TV program which is now on YouTube known as Chill and Challenge. I had no academic journalism background, but I did that just out of enthusiasm. I had a TV program in mind. I wrote it and I took it to a TV channel in a region known as the Southwest region of Cameroon. The CEO of that TV channel went through my proposal, was excited, and gave me a chance on television. And I was not only the producer, I hosted that program. Little did I know that 2 years experience at Chill and Challenge, and thanks to Mr. Nkwine Chamba Etienne, who gave me that opportunity on television as part of CMTV, would one day evolve into adding passion of career into now a full media platform, which is Career Realities with Marius. So yes, I have experience in journalism, and I'm going to do research to bring the right questions to our guests to ensure the insights that you take from watching these conversations going to change your life. I'm not the hero of this platform. It is Career Realities with Marius, but I'm going to play the role of a listener and connector. I'm going to be your translator. I'm going to ask in-depth questions that have never been asked to the guests that are going to sit on this platform. And the insights that they're going to share, I repeat, are going to be life-changing. We're going to go right into the conversations. We're going to bring real interviews. We're going to speak to professionals across different industries, across different countries and continents, and across different career paths. We're going to talk to people in finance, people in commercial, people in marketing, people in corporate relations, people in supply chains, and all the different subunits of those different functions. We're also going to speak to people in politics. We're also going to speak to people in the public sector, people that are working for non-government organizations, people that are working for developmental organizations, and we're going to speak to people in government, those that have career as civil servants. Our range of guests is endless, but all this will mean one thing: bringing experiences closer to your screen, bringing lessons, bringing failures, bringing a throwback closer to your screen, in such a way when you make your next career decision, you will not just make out of feeling, you're going to make it with insights, lessons from people that have gone through those paths, lessons from people that have seen it all and done it all. I want people to walk away with clarity, not certainty. We're not going to answer all the questions you've ever wanted to ask. The platform is going to evolve to give you opportunities to speak to our guests, but for now, we're going to provide to you clarity. We're also going to have illusions. We'll reduce the level of illusions about success. Most of the times, we think of success as something so vague, so wide. We're going to bring what success truly means closer to you. You're also going to have better questions. We ask our guests real challenging questions. We're going to bring out information from our guests with the type of questions we're going to pose to them. You're going to see a huge level of confidence, not confusion. Our hope is that the insights from these conversations is going to drive confidence into your decision making, whether as a student, whether as a career starter, whether as a mid-term professional. We want to give you confidence, so as you make a decision of your next step, you're very clear of what it entails, what it looks like, and the kind of opportunities and potential opportunities and challenges that you might find. We're going to have these sessions in English language. We aim to, in the future, have conversations in French language, in Chinese, and what have you. But the intention is not the language, as we're going to have subscripts. The intention is for us to be able to articulate all these experiences to you in a way that you can understand it better. And we want to bring a sense of, I am not alone in this. And as the popular football club you all love have it as their motto, you will not walk alone. You will not walk alone at the point of making decisions about your career. You will not walk alone in the journey of finding which role, what is right, who should you speak to in your career. We want to be your mentor. We want to be your buddy. We want to be that platform that brings to you a huge wide array of experiences that you can draw from. And what we wish for you is to take one thing from every episode. So please like, subscribe, and share so that everyone around you, everyone in your network has a chance to watch Career Realities with Marius.